Fort Smith Public Schools. Just want to give you a summary of last night's board meeting, and always encourage you to go back and watch the entire board meeting or parts of it that gets your interest as a result of this summary. We started with recognitions. We wanted to point out the great work of Anthony Mendez winning a $60,000 scholarship from OG&E, and we so much appreciate OG&E and how they've invested in our future with our students. We also got to recognize 7 associate degree earners from our district. Very proud of those students earning an associate's degree while in high school. And we finished by honoring 15 elementary schools that reached the level of showcase CKH schools or Capturing Kid Heart schools. Very proud of the great work of the staff of those elementary schools that reached that level. In the superintendent's report, I wanted to acknowledge some great work I've seen around the district, including Mr. Reed's performance and his students' performance of Little Mermaid at Fairview Elementary last week. They did a phenomenal job, as well as the playground ribbon cutting with 6 new playgrounds across the district, with our commitment to touching the playgrounds across the district in the next 3 to 5 years. We talked about Cook's Economics Elementary program in kindergarten, where they sold flowers and crafts and learned about supply and demand. We also complimented Morrison on their recent elementary art show, which was quite impressive. And then we wanted to honor our classified and certified employee of the year. Ms. Teresa Riggs at Northside is our classified employee of the year. Congratulate her when you see her. And Ms. Purefoy from Health Science Academy at Darby Middle School is our certified teacher of the year. Please acknowledge her when you see her and congratulate her as well. We also wanted to recognize the great work of our team, including Dr. Farrell and support staff, in pulling off Purple Up. 225 people attended. It's a record showing for our Military Appreciation Honors Dinner. We acknowledge that we will be opening Chaffin Middle School Science Academy this fall, and we saw the induction of the new 5th grade students that will roll into 6th grade next year, as well as we honored the 5th grade students rolling into 6th grade at the Darby Middle School Health Science Academy with a white coat ceremony last week as well. Very impressive students as they move into one of the 2 academies at our middle schools. And we also want to recognize the Fort Smith Public Schools Foundation, their support in recognizing 3 of our staff members with awards. We appreciate that partnership as well. And finally, we celebrated, as we always do, our Superintendent Student Stars of the Month from our elementary schools with some photos and just acknowledgments of their great work in the schools they represent. On the consent agenda, I asked the board to pay attention to the renewal or new contracts, the 26-27 contract for our classified and certified staff. Those were approved during the board meeting last night. And we also had the board president and the board approve a resolution for the new Global Innovation Academy, the charter academy that will be housed in the future at Bonneville Elementary. We're very proud of the work as we move toward opening that charter school. In our board presentation, we had a board presentation and action item on naming facility policy that Dr. Bone, Charles Warren, Dr. Davis, and Ms. Brittany Hall, the board member, have been a committee, and they've been doing the policy process to ensure those people who have an interest in naming a facility after an individual could submit the names. The names have been submitted. The board discussed those names last night. We had public comment concerning the names. That will sit for the next 30 days and will be voted on in the May board meeting. Of the voters, Dr. Benny Gooden, former superintendent, received 33 votes of the 55 submissions, and we will let the process play out and know more in May, the direction the board will go. We also had a presentation on the portrait of a graduate. I appreciate the great work and the feedback that over 700 people gave me in a portrait of a graduate, outlining what skill sets we want our seniors to have when they cross the stage. This is just the first step of identifying the skills we want our students to be equipped to have. The next step over the next 3 to 5 years will be implementing these skills within our curriculum and identifying where they stand already. So more to come and more committees to work on that process in the future. Our board approved cashless entry for all athletics events. Mr. Rusty Bush, our athletic director, did a presentation, and the board approved going to cashless. And that cashless program is a point-of-sale entry with a credit or debit card, or using an app, or also scanning a QR code to pay for entrance to our athletic events. We anticipate lines will get shorter, and the process will be more efficient for fan enjoyment of those events. The board also approved a continuing support of our specialty sports with extra funding for outside coaching. It might be tennis, it might be cheer or dance, it might be cross country or track, but some specialty coaches are helping our student athletes in those specialty areas, and we have been approved to provide some funding in each of those areas, $3,000 per sport, up to $90,000 for all specialty sports. So we appreciate the board's support in another year of that. Dr. Kelly Minton also presented some summer learning opportunities for our students. It includes ACT Prep, PSAT Also some summer reading programs for our third grade students. She also did a presentation on our student work analysis, looking at grade level, rigor, and real world application, as well as a presentation on Pitsco, a STEM related vendor product that we will implement as a pilot program at Bonneville Elementary next year. Hands-on approach to learning, but a pilot to see if it's something we replicate across the district or something we house right there at Bonneville in a Global Innovation Academy in the future. And then we went into executive sessions where the board approved a recommendation for a termination and also approved litigation moving forward with the Peak Innovation Center. Very good meeting. Appreciate the great work of our board and the service that they do for each of us. And more importantly, I appreciate each one of you and the great work you do for our students each day. I hope you have a great afternoon.